Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. Recently I've actually been using a lot of guitar in my samples, so for this one I actually want to go back and do some more keys and piano just so we can switch up the vibe a bit. So today I'm actually going to show you guys how you can make some smooth rap beats using a piano. So I actually have a super cool idea for the sample, so we're definitely going to make it completely from scratch, and then we're definitely going to add a nice bounce with the drums on the end. So make sure you stay to the end of the video to see all the tricks for the piano sample and also to hear the full beat at the end. So let's go. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually to lower the BPM to about 93, I think. Yeah, 93 should definitely be nice for this one. I'm definitely feeling like going for a smooth rap beat on this one. So to start off with, I'm definitely going to be using this postcard piano right here. It's like a super nice vintage sounding piano. It has a lot of texture and color to it. So I definitely like using this for more like detuned or vintage type of samples. So the scale I'm going to be working in is D minor, and I think I have a super cool idea for the piano. So we're going to start off with a D minor chord like this. And then I'm actually going to add this E right here. Yeah, I definitely love the way this is sounding already. Now I just want to strum these notes. I'm just going to hold Alt on my keyboard, and then I'm manually going to move them slightly to the side like this. Cut this one short like this. And then I almost want like a roll that's going down. Maybe something like this. Then I actually want to copy this over, but I definitely want to switch this chord right here. So we're actually going to switch it to a G minor chord with this A on top and just see how it sounds. Yeah, I definitely love the way this is sounding. Now let me just extend this, and we can copy the same chord we have on the beginning, but this one we're going to pitch down by 5. So we just have an A minor chord right here on the last one. Now I'm just going to pitch this down by 1, and I really like this chord in the middle right here, but it's maybe a bit too long without anything playing. So to change this one up a bit, I think I'm just going to add a chord up here, and we can have this same A sharp right here. This is definitely going to add some more movement to this chord right here, but I think we can cut this G right here as well. Now I want to make it more realistic, so I'm just going to adjust this one slightly to the side so they don't hit on the same time. Now we can definitely add one more note maybe here. Now I'm also just going to extend these ones out like this, just so they go a little bit better with this chord right here. Then lastly, I'm just going to adjust some of the velocity. So I'm actually going to do this manually. Since I want the velocity to go upwards, I'm just going to highlight all of these and go down here. Then I'm just going to hold my right mouse button, and I'm pretty much just going to drag this up like this. Then for this roll right here, I'm pretty much going to do the same thing, just drag them downwards. Now let's hear how the full chord progression sounds. Now let's quickly just add some effects to that piano. So since I want a vintage feel, I'm actually going to use the Vinyl 2 preset in RC20. Turn the noise down a bit. Some tape saturation as well. Just gonna turn the noise off since we already have noise from the RC20. Then I'm just gonna add some fresh air and some EQ just to shape out the sound. I'm super happy with how the piano turned out. Now I definitely feel like we need to add some accents and some textures to this one. So pretty much my go-to bang for accents and textures is this Imperial sounding contact right here. I've actually used this plenty of times on my channel. You guys have probably seen it already, but it definitely has some crazy presets. So I'm just going to use this any second preset right here. And I'm pretty much just going to add like a tiny note on this D. And since the G minor chord is actually starting right here, I'm actually going to add it a bit later, so I'm going to add it right here. This just makes it come in a bit later than the chord, so it's going to give it more tension. Let's see how it sounds. It's such a small detail, but it definitely adds a lot to the full sample. So I definitely want to add some reverb and some EQ to that sound. this sample is definitely shaping up to something right now, but I feel like this is begging for a vocal in the background. So for the vocal, I'm actually just going to use this Dream Team in Hooked, and I think this vocal pattern right here can actually sound super nice with this piano. The vocal sounds pretty dry though, so we definitely need to do some processing and add some reverb to that one. And for the delay, I'm actually just gonna turn this wet delay in Arcade up a bit. We can actually try to pitch up the vocal by 1 octave and see how that sounds too. So I'm actually just going to use this sound shifter right here and just turn it up all the way like this. Yeah, I really like this one. So we can definitely switch between the higher pitched and the lower pitched vocal. So the last thing I want to add to the sample is pretty much a texture. So I'm just going to go into my No Limit drum kit and find this What Bird texture right here. Just stretch it to time and lower the volume a bit. So I think it's pretty much time to put drums on this. Now, as for all the sounds I'm using, they're all coming from my No Limit drum kit. So if you want to use the same drum sounds that I'm using right now, you can just go check it out. It's the first link down below. Now for these vintage rap beats right here, I definitely like starting with a short open hat like this. It's not too long, but it's not too short either. It gives a nice start to the drums. Now for the clap, I'm just going to use this phone clap right here. Now the hi-hats are pretty much what's going to do the whole bounce for this beat right here. So I definitely want to make sure the hi-hats are on point. I really like this hi-hat pattern right here, but to make it a little bit more bouncy, I'm just going to adjust some of the velocities on these hi-hats right here. Maybe we can actually turn some of them down as well. Let's see if we can just add an open hat too. I like that. Let's add this love kick right here. Boost it a little bit right here. I'm just going to use this Friend 808 in my drum kit, but I'm going to go right here and turn this EQ up a bit. So it's just following the kick pattern, but it's got this super nice rap vibe. So for the arrangement, I think I'm just going to have this vocal in the intro right here. Of course, just without any drums. Then I'm just going to take the vocal out for the first part of the hook, bring it back in on the second one. But I think I'm actually going to pitch this vocal down 1 octave on this part right here. So to do that, I'm pretty much just going to go back to the mixer right here. And on this sound shifter, I'm just going to right click and create the automation clip. And then I'm pretty much just going to turn it off like this. Just on this part though, where I want the vocal to be an octave lower. Then I'm pretty much just going to have the piano right here. Make the texture and vocal come back in. Then we can probably just pitch up the vocal on these two right here. Then we just have the same hook repeat again. So before I show you guys the full beat, I just want to let you guys know that you can get lots of free sample packs, drum kits and so on my website. It's BBMarko.com. It's of course linked down below. Besides that, I thank you guys so much for watching, and here's the full beat.
Shut up, Marko. Marko?